I decided some while ago to do some very basic videos, short videos, but I had to decide how basic is basic, and I thought it would be a good idea to be as basic as you possibly could be. So here we have just a white bit of paper or screen or whatever, screen in this case. So this is the very first thing. It's an absence of any mark. It's a ground upon which marks might happen. It's a stage where a play might be acted out. It's you might say it's blank, but it has boundaries and it's a place, and it has edges. It has left, and it has right. So it's left over there, and we have right over there, and we have up there, and down there, and that's in the middle. That's the very first thing you have, really, is the absence of anything. But the blank piece of screen or paper is your very first thing, your basic. So in that way, it is some information. It says this is the place. So we can't get much simpler than that. So the next thing up from our empty space is a point, and very boring, you might think it's just a point, but it carries quite a lot of information, that point. It's in a specific place on our screen here. It isn't in any other place, it's in that place. So that little point carries a little freight of information as to where it is, its placement. It's a humble thing, but it's important. We'd be stuck without them. So if I put another one in, then we have a different place. This place, when it looks at the other place, looks that way, and this one looks that way. So we've now got what's called relativity, I suppose you could call it. So we have two places, they're apart, and one is to the left, one is to the right. So the very act of adding another point brings another bit of information, and it adds a bit of information to this point, because this point knows that if it looks off that way, then it sees the other point, and it knows it's on the level with it. So by putting another point, both points have gained a bit of information. And we've also introduced another thing, distance. This point is this far away from that far away from the top. Obviously, you knew this was coming. If we join the two together, we have our humble line. Isn't that exciting? So our line carries even more information. It's a division. This side of our line is different from that side. You can be either this side or that side, or exactly level. So you have different places you could be. This side, that side, halfway in between, level. So a line is a boundary between two areas. This area here and that area there. And the line describes the division between the two. Then we have something else. Our line has a direction, has a length, a direction, it has a placement. So all of this information is attached in the line. So our humble line carries a bit of information. It carries place, direction, and length, and also division. So it divides one part of the screen or our paper from the other. So that's actually quite a lot of information to carry. And it can carry more information as well. So perhaps our line goes thus. And now we have something else. We have angle, inclination. So we can add angle to the amount of information our line is carrying. And we don't know its direction. It has ends and it has a middle. So for a very simple line on a piece of paper, it's carrying quite a lot of information, because we're very used to interpreting the information. These lines I've drawn down here, which we call writing, each line carries a weight of information with it, and you know, if I write another set of marks that don't carry any information at all. So these lines are different. They carry information of a different kind. So we move from a single line to more than one line. So here's one line. And there's another line. So we have a change of direction here. So we've got a change of direction. We've put a bit of information in the middle of a line, which is a change of direction. And if we carry on, of course, we have a shape. I could have done that with 3 lines, but never mind. So that has divided an area. We have divided one area from another area with the lines. Our humble line is carrying quite a lot of information, and it is, of course, shape. So we've got 7 bits of information that our humble line is carrying along with it. Where it is, how long it is, where it is relative to other things. So we could add another thing. Which is relative position, 2 other lines. This may seem all so simple that it's hardly worth mentioning, but the underlying idea, topological idea, is pretty key to drawing, because when we draw a figure, draw a very bad figure here, then we use that information. We know this is body and this is background. We understand the position of the arms and the legs. And this information is all carried in a few lines. So that's it. Very short video. The humble line. All praise be to the humble line. Thank you very much.